Welcome to my channel. In today's video, we're going to dive right in, so make sure to watch until the end. Don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe if you're new, and share this video with your friends. Thanks for watching, and let's get started. The United States of America 1923 5-cent coin, widely known as a buffalo nickel or Indian head nickel, is one of the most iconic and historically meaningful coins ever issued by the U.S. Mint. Designed by the renowned sculptor James Earl Fraser, whose initial F appears just below the date. This coin captures the essence of America's heritage, paying tribute to both the Native American people and the majestic American bison, two symbols that represent the spirit, strength, and perseverance of the nation. The 1923 issue, struck during the prosperous yet transitional years of the early 1920s, reflect a time when the United States was rebuilding its identity after World War I and entering a decade of both innovation and social change. Every element of this coin, from its powerful design to its durable composition, was created to embody the raw beauty and determination of America's frontier legacy, making the 1923 Buffalo Nickel a lasting work of art in metal form. The obverse side, front, of the 1923 Buffalo Nickel features a dignified profile of a Native American chief facing right. This design is not a portrait of a single person, but a composite representation created by Fraser, who combined the facial features of several real Native American leaders to symbolize the strength and ability of an entire people. It is widely believed that Iron Tail, a Sioux, Two Moons, a Cheyenne, and John Big Tree, a Seneca, were among the models who inspired this composite design. The intricate detail of the face, the pronounced cheekbones, the deep-set eyes, the braids, and the feathered headdress expresses honor, pride, and profound sense of identity. The word liberty appears to the right, emphasizing the nation's enduring ideal of freedom, while the date 1923 is boldly placed at the bottom left of the coin. Beneath the date lies a small F, representing the artist James Earl Fraser. Many people mistakenly believe this letter stands for a mint mark, but it is actually the designer's signature, an homage to his artistry and contribution to American coinage. The portrait's rugged realism and emotional depth distinguish it as one of the finest depictions ever used on U.S. currency, symbolizing a people whose legacy is inseparable from the land itself. Turning to the reverse side, back, of the coin, one finds a powerful image of an American bison, commonly referred to as a buffalo, standing proudly on a mound. Fraser modeled this figure after Black Diamond, a bison that lived in the Central Park Zoo in New York City during the early 1900s. The bison's massive strength, calm composure, and grounded stance embody the rugged natural beauty of the American plains. At the top of the reverse side are the inscriptions United States of America and E Pluribus Unum, the latter meaning out of many, one. This Latin motto has appeared on U.S. coins since the late 18th century and symbolizes the unity of the American states and people. Beneath the buffalo, centered in bold lettering, is a denomination 5 cents. The mound upon which the buffalo stands was slightly modified after the first year of the coin's release, 1913, as a raised denomination wore off too easily. Later designs, including the 1923 issue, feature a recessed area for 5 cents to preserve the text longer in circulation. The entire reverse design evokes a wide-open freedom of the American frontier, the strength of a nation's wildlife, and the enduring power of nature that parallels a country's own resilience. The composition of the 1923 Buffalo Nickel is 75% copper and 25% nickel, with a weight of 5 grams and a diameter of 21.2 millimeters. It has a plain, smooth edge and was struck at two mints in 1923, the Philadelphia Mint, which carried no mint mark, and the San Francisco Mint, marked with an S below the denomination on the reverse. The Philadelphia Mint produced approximately 35.7 million coins, while the San Francisco Mint produced a smaller mintage of around 6.1 million, making the 1923S variety considerably scarcer and more sought after by collectors. There was no Denver issue in 1923. Despite being nearly a century old, many of these coins still exist today, though most show heavyweight due to the coin's high-relief design, which caused details to wear down quickly in circulation. The high points, such as a Native American's cheek and the buffalo's shoulder and horn, are the first to lose definition, and thus well-preserved examples with sharp detail are highly prized in numismatic circles. From a historical perspective, the year 1923 was an important one in the story of the United States. The country was experiencing the Roaring Twenties, a decade defined by economic growth, industrial innovation, and cultural transformation. Automobiles, radios, and new technologies were changing daily life, and America was becoming increasingly modernized. Yet, amidst this progress, there was also a growing sense of nostalgia for the nation's past, a desire to remember its roots, its wilderness, and its early peoples. The buffalo nickel perfectly captured that spirit, bridging the modern age with the imagery of the frontier. It reminded citizens of where their nation had come from, its land, its first inhabitants, and the wild creatures that once roamed freely across the plains. The 1923 coin circulated widely across a country that was expanding rapidly but still holding on to its heritage, making it not only a piece of currency but also a small work of national storytelling. In terms of numismatic significance, the 1923 F buffalo nickel is admired for its artistry, historical meaning, and relative rarity in higher grades. Collectors value it for its design excellence and the connection it provides to Fraser's vision of America's identity. The presence of the designer's initial F is a constant reminder that this coin was not merely a government issue, it was also a sculptural masterpiece. High-quality examples showing a full horn on the bison, strong hair details on the Native American, and original mint luster can command impressive prices in the coin market. Proof-like or exceptionally struck pieces are especially sought after by advanced collectors. The 1923 issue, being scarcer, hold particular value when found in fine or uncirculated condition, as many were poly-struck or heavily worn in circulation. Culturally and symbolically, the Buffalo Nickel series hold a unique place in American history because it marked a deliberate move away from classical European-inspired designs and toward themes that were distinctly American. Before this, most U.S. coins featured idealized portraits based on Greek and Roman models. Fraser's coin broke that tradition by embracing truly American subjects, the Native American and the buffalo, both of which were central to the nation's history and identity. His work celebrated realism, heritage, and nature over idealization, setting a new artistic standard for the 20th century. Even after production ended in 1938, the Buffalo Nickel's legacy lived on, influencing later designs such as the Jefferson nickel and even modern commemorative coins. In conclusion, the 1923 United States of America 5-cent coin with the F initial stands as a remarkable testament to America's artistic. The United States of America 1929 F 5-cent coin, more famously known as a buffalo nickel or Indian head nickel, stands as one of the most admired and symbolically rich pieces in the history of American coinage. This coin, bearing the year 1929 and the designer's initial F for James Earl Fraser, reflects both the artistic genius of its creator and the cultural spirit of the nation during a pivotal time in American history. Struck during the late 1920s, a period marked by industrial growth, social change, and the onset of the Great Depression, the 1929 Buffalo Nickel remains a tangible reminder of America's resilience, its diverse cultural roots, and its connection to the natural world. The design's blend of Native American strength and the enduring image of the American buffalo captures the essence of a country built upon both courage and challenge, progress and preservation. The obverse side front of the 1929 Buffalo Nickel features a commanding and noble profile of a Native American chief, facing to the right. This portrait is a composite of several Native American leaders whom the sculptor James Earl Fraser personally met and sketched. The individuals believed to have inspired this portrait include Iron Tail, a Sioux, Two Moons, a Cheyenne, and possibly John Big Tree, a Seneca. Fraser combined the most distinguished features of these men to create a single image representing the dignity, strength, and heritage of all Native American peoples. The portrait is detailed and lifelike. The feathers in the hair, the deep lines of the face, and the proud gaze together evoke the enduring spirit of a culture that defined the land long before the United States existed. To the right of the head, the word liberty is inscribed, symbolizing the core value of freedom that America cherishes. Just below the neck is the date 1929, and beneath the date is a small F, which is not a mint mark but the designer's initial, honoring James Earl Fraser's authorship and artistry. This small letter F is a tribute to one of the most important coin designers in U.S. history, whose vision forever changed the way American coins represented the nation's identity. The reverse side back of the coin showcases a powerful image of an American bison, often referred to as a buffalo, standing atop a small mound. This depiction symbolizes the wild frontier, the open plains, and the untamed beauty of the American West. Fraser's model for this design was a real bison named Black Diamond, who lived at the Central Park Zoo in New York City. The bison stands strong, with every detail, from its muscular frame to the texture of its fur, carefully sculpted to convey majesty and endurance. Across the top of the coin are the inscriptions United States of America and E Pluribus Unum, which translates to out of many, one, representing the unity of the American states. Below the buffalo, the denomination 5 cents is boldly engraved. Earlier issues of this coin had the denomination placed on a raised mound, but due to wear, it was recessed into the design after 1913 to extend its durability. The reverse design reflects a time when the bison still roamed the American plains in great numbers, a fitting symbol of strength and independence during an era when America was defining its national character. The composition of the 1929 5-cent coin is 75% copper and 25% nickel, giving it a durable yet slightly silvery appearance. It weighs 5 grams and measures 21.2 millimeters in diameter, with a smooth, plain edge. The coin was struck at 3 mints that year: Philadelphia, no mint mark; Denver, D; and San Francisco, S. The F found beneath the date is not related to these mints. It is simply the artist's initial. The total mintage in 1929 reached into the tens of millions, making the coin widely circulated across the nation. The Philadelphia mint produced the largest quantity, with the Denver and San Francisco mints contributing smaller numbers. Despite its relatively high mintage, finding a 1929 buffalo nickel today in pristine, uncirculated condition is difficult, as the coin's raised design wore down quickly in circulation. High points such as a Native American's cheekbone and the buffalo's shoulder and hip often show the first signs of wear. From a historical standpoint, the year 1929 holds immense significance in the United States. It marked the end of the economic boom of the 1920s and the beginning of the Great Depression, which would deeply affect the country throughout the following decade. During this time, coins like the buffalo nickel passed through countless hands. Farmers, factory workers, shopkeepers, and children all use them in their daily lives. Each coin tells a story of trade, struggle, and survival in one of America's most challenging eras. Yet, the buffalo nickel's design served as a reminder of the nation's roots and resilience. The Native American portrait honored the land's original inhabitants, while the buffalo symbolized endurance and the strength to carry on through hardship. Together, these images created a message of pride, unity, and respect for heritage, values that resonated deeply with the American people during uncertain times. In the realm of numismatics, coin collecting, the 1929 buffalo nickel is a cherished piece because of its aesthetic beauty and its representation of American art and history. Collectors pay close attention to details such as the clarity of the date, the presence of a full horn on the buffalo, and the overall sharpness of the strike. Many coins of this year suffer from weak strikes, especially on the reverse where the bison's details can appear soft. High-grade examples with full detail and original mint luster are highly desirable. The F signature of Fraser add to the coin's appeal, linking it to one of the most artistically inspired designs ever issued by the U.S. Mint. The buffalo nickel, as a whole, mark a break from the classical European-style coin designs that had dominated the 19th century. Instead, it embraced distinctly American themes and subjects, setting a new standard for coin artistry that influenced future generations. The legacy of the 1929 F Buffalo nickel endures not only because of its design but also because of what it represents, the spirit of America in a time of transition. It bridges the gap between the old frontier and the modern industrial age, between the traditions of Native America and the progress of a new era. Every curve and line in Fraser's design tells a story of a country rooted in diversity, perseverance, and freedom. The coin served as both a work of art and a functional object of commerce, embodying the idea that even everyday items could carry profound meaning. For collectors, historians, and admirers of American culture, the 1929 Buffalo nickel is a timeless artifact, one that connects the tangible past with the enduring ideals of the nation. In conclusion, the 1929 United States of America 5-cent coin marked with the F initial is far more than a simple piece of metal. It is a miniature sculpture that captures the essence of America's identity, artistry, and endurance. Its proud Native American portrait stands as a symbol of heritage and liberty, while the powerful buffalo represents strength and the vast natural beauty of the land. Together, They create a design that is both a tribute and a lesson, a reminder where America came from and what it stands for. Even nearly a century later, the 1929 Buffalo nickel continues to inspire admiration among collectors and historians as one of the most meaningful.